प्योर। एक शख्स है जो बहुत ही सेक्रेड है, जो बहुत ही होली है। उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? जो शख्स यहाँ पे ज्वाइन किया है वो बहुत होली है। होली का मतलब क्या है? HOLY, होली।
सेक्रेड।
हाँ, उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? क्या बोलेंगे हम? शुभ। So welcome Shubh, welcome Usha, Ayan, Vedant, Diya, and Kriti to the secrets of living a full life. Yes, we have always been talking about a full life. ये दिल मांगे मोर, और हम एक फुल लाइफ जीना चाहते हैं। तो फुल लाइफ का मतलब हमने ये कहा है कि F means fearless, U means unstoppable, L means limitless, and L means loving. So under the topic secrets of living a full life, today we have a wonderful subtopic that is called as the art of humor in conversations. ह्यूमर का मतलब यह है कि चीजों को काफी लाइट बनाना, लोगों को थोड़ा खुश मिजाज करना। तो मुझे आप एक बताइए, आई एम गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद सम जोक्स, ओके? लेट मी सी हु इज द मोस्ट ब्रिलियंट। सो फास्टेस्ट फिंगर फर्स्ट। व्हाई आर ज्योमेट्री बुक्स सो हैप्पी? Why are geometry books so happy?
Because they have right angles.
Yes, Usha has another answer.
It has figures.
It has figures, it has right angles, it has acute angles. Very good, awesome. What did the pencil say to the paper? I have a point. Okay. Why was the math book so sad? I think everybody knows this. Yes. Yes, Usha.
It has problems.
Yeah, it has many problems. It is sad because it has many problems. Very nice. Why did the student eat his homework? Because his teacher said that it was a piece of cake. What? The homework is so easy. It is a piece of cake. So he ate his homework. What? Why did the son not go to college? Because it had a million degrees. Um, how do you make 7 an even number? Come on, now this is something challenging. How do you make 7 an even number? Just give me a moment. How do you make 7 an even number?
By removing S.
Arey, wow, wonderful. You got time to get into the chat GPT. Isn't it, or you thought on your own?
No, I raised the hand, but you got up and
Acha, okay, okay. Why did the student wear sunglasses to school? Because the school was so bright. The students were so bright. That is why he wore sunglasses. Well, just a light way of starting this particular topic. How can we use humor in conversations? Why do we need humor in conversations? And how can you use humor to build a particular bond with people? Humor has always been a connecting force. You know, when life should not be taken very seriously, is what I believe. I believe everything, every opportunity in our life will have one element of humor. But the thing is, we are so busy looking at the seriousness of life that we hardly find or rarely find time to laugh, right? Of course, at Management Me School of Confidence, we do laugh quite a lot. Kriti, do you remember the maximum that you laughed in the school?
No.
You don't remember in School of Confidence how you laughed?
I just school of yes, I
Remember
almost
that?
every day.
You remember?
Yes.
I still have the video. So whenever I want to laugh, I go to that video and I look at it and I really enjoy myself. So see, Kriti, you have contributed to something that will make me laugh. So the small things in life is something that we can cherish. And Ria just cannot control her laughter because she remembers how it was. So it was a simple, what do you say, joke that we played on Kriti. But Kriti, did you think that we hurt you while doing that joke? No,
No.
you also took it sportingly, na? But sometimes, had it not been Kriti, had it been somebody who was very, very sensitive, then probably that person would have felt offended, right?
Yes.
ना अगर मैंने उसको पोस्ट किया होता सोशल मीडिया में तो मजाक बन जाता राइट उसको बहुत बुरा
Yes.
लगता सो व्हाट when should you use humor why should you use humor what is humor and how humor can help or harm people is what we will have Vedant share with us. Vedant, are you comfortable coming on the video? Hello, Vedant.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you comfortable coming on the video?
Yes.
Then please switch on your video and I'll pin you and you can enlighten us about your understanding of humor.
Okay, so good evening. As today's topic is humor, so humor, what is humor? Like, humor is something that breaks a tension between two people, breaks the wall between people in a gathering. It makes a conversation lightly and lively.
Mm.
It makes us more connecting and more uh, interested in the conversation. So
Wonderful.
we can use humor in our daily life. We can use it like almost everywhere. We can use it in our schools, with our friends, sometimes with our teachers. While giving a speech, like I'm giving it here, we can use humor. We
Yeah,
can use it in the corporate world as well to impress our bosses and our seniors, even in
perfect.
the college. And
Wonderful.
humor, when used at the correct time and said in the correct way, it gives a lasting impression to the other person.
Correct.
So humor is definitely, we all have humor. We all see things with different perspective. uh, we all see things with different perspective. So yeah, definitely we just need to bring out the humor out.
Correct.
Yeah, thank you.
So when we start using humor in our day-to-day life, we sort of lighten up the situation, and any difficult situation, can be handled and seen from a light perspective. That means the heaviness or the tension in the air can be reduced by a bit of humor. But using humor, you have to be very, very careful. Now, when Vedant was talking about using humor, I remember one day when I used to work on a fellow who was not able to pass at all. मैं उसको एक्स्ट्रा कोचिंग देती थी मैं उसको बहुत करती थी बहुत कुछ करती थी उसके साथ में आई यूज्ड टू गिव हिम दैट टेक्निक्स ऑफ लर्निंग so many things I did but still he would not pass so after the three attempts I said you know what? I forgot his name. I don't know what his name was. Whatever his name, I told him, you know what? मैं तो इतना कोशिश कर रही हूँ तुमको सिखाने के लिए, पर तुम तो पास ही नहीं होते यार. अगर तुम इस बार पास हुए ना पूरा एक प्राइज ही डिक्लेयर करूंगी तुम्हारे लिए. Somebody who has, passed with good marks after so many attempts, maximum attempts. So I'll give you a nice award for that. And believe me, this guy, after the fourth attempt, that means the final attempt, he really got 35, 35, 35 in all the subjects. And I ensured that his case was publicized, that he took it on himself to pass the examinations, and we gave him an award for somebody who has passed after 3 attempts. So that's how, humor can also be used for motivation. And I am an inspirational speaker, so definitely I use it a lot of times for motivating others. So let's just take a look at a little bit of what and how we can add conversations, add humor in conversations. Yeah, can you see the screen? Hello? Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The art of conversational humor. And if you can master this art, no, when you are in a social situation, you can become the center of attraction. You can help people get connected. You can reduce the tension in the air, and you can master the social skill, which will build connections, break tension, and make you more likable in every interaction. Everybody likes to be with a funny person, right? Anybody here does not like a funny person? We all love somebody who makes us laugh. Now, why humor matters in everyday conversation? It helps you to be more likable, and funny people naturally attract others, and they become the center of attraction and positive social circles. They also, can pass out a message with humor, which might otherwise be taken in a wrong way. Shared laughter creates instant bonds and sense of community that strengthens relationships. It also breaks tension, as I said earlier also. A well-timed, like for example, I'll give you an example of myself. One day, uh, you know, my husband was very angry on me. And I just entered the house and he said that I told you to do this work. It was so important. How come you have not done it? And he came very close to me and said, how come you have not done it? I just looked into his eyes and I said, my God, after so many days, so many years, you're looking into my eyes. So that's how, I diffused the situation. So he just calmed down after that. So it's a humor can at times, come very handy to diffuse the situation. So I use it a number of times. Anybody else, has a take on using humor to diffuse situations? Can you remember anything? Any of you? Hello?
Uh, yes.
Yes, I am. Tell me.
Few years back, I went for a stand-up comedy.
हाँ,
The guy who was in the stage was asking that कि अंधेरी और बैंड्रा में सब जो रहते हैं वो लोग
हाँ,
बहुत लकी है और
हाँ,
आप सब भी अंधेरी बैंड्रा से ही आए होंगे. I
हम्म,
st- I stood up and said in front of his face, देखो भाई मैं मलाड के सबसे फेमस एरिया में से आता हूँ जहाँ क्राइम पेट्रोल और सावधान इंडिया के एक्टर्स रहते हैं.
हाँ.
Everyone started laughing.
Great. So, see, even open mics, I think everybody should go for open mics once in a while. Come se come, a dose of laughter every day is really helpful. So, open mics are something that I had decided to go for a long time, but कभी opportunity नहीं मिला. एक बार मैं अपने फ्रेंड के साथ गई थी, and there in the open mic, I just saw somebody use humor, but that humor was a personal attack. So, do you think it is right? Humor for the sake of humor, you can't say anything, right? You have to respect people. Like, बहुत खिल्ली उड़ाते हैं लोग पॉलिटिक्स का, पॉलिटिशियंस का, कंट्री का, sometimes even races का, religion का. But I really don't agree that it's a right form of humor. What about you? Yes, Usha.
I don't like this type of personal attacks or anything, especially when we talk about any laughing show or any like that type of show. Mostly they make fun of women's. That is, I strictly I don't
It's a
like.
disgrace. It's a
I don't
disgrace.
like this. Ah,
Correct. So
so
when you are trying to infuse humor into everyday situations, you have to be very, very careful and very, very sensitive of how you are using it. Yes, Usha.
in day-to-day life also, or in even WhatsApp jokes group, mostly target is women. So that hurts and that I hate.
Hmm.
That is strictly no.
Correct. So when there are gender, jokes that are being cracked, or race jokes that have been cracked, or religious jokes that have been cracked, it does not, talk about you being a dignified person. It will always see the words that you use will always decide, the kind of person you are, the kind of values you have. So when you're making a joke on somebody, you have to ensure that that person is also comfortable. Like, my son comes and tells me you are a teddy bear. Okay, I take it in a light spirit. It is not that he wants to hurt me or something. He's talking about the quality of, having that softness. That is what he's telling. So I don't feel bad. But every time, like, suppose he goes on saying that, like, you are a fatso or something like that, then definitely it might offend me, right? So you have to be very, very cautious and judicious while using humor, because just as it can reduce the tension in the conversation, sometimes it can flare up the conversation as well. So you have to be very careful. Let's
So
just go
there is a
forward.
thin boundary line.
Yes, very thin boundary line. So it can also improve your self esteem and elevate your confidence. Just 1 minute. Mohawk, just can you just help me? There is some thing that's propping up every time here. Why is this here? How can I let it go? Uh, Still there. Huh? Why is this coming? Oh, sorry. Yeah. So, yes. Okay. It can improve your self-esteem and elevate the mood of everyone around you. Good news. Humor is a learned skill. You say that, no, I don't think that fun comes naturally to me. Then please learn it. If you want to increase your social skills, you have to learn how to use humor. Most people believe you are either born funny or you're not, but that's not the truth. Conversational humor relies on timing, observation, and practice, not innate talent. Anybody can use humor. Do we have the Shubh in here? Do we have Shubh here?
No, he left. Actually, he got some problem on his mobile and laptop. So I'll try
Okay,
again with him.
no problem. So, like learning to play an instrument or cook a new dish, humor improves with deliberate practice in low risk situations. With see, when you want to try practicing humor, you use it with people you know and whom you know, like मतलब उनको गुस्सा आया तो उतना फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. So you don't use it with the common public. Use it with people who are close to you so that even if you goof up, it's okay. Start with close friends, observe what works, and gradually build your comedic confidence. Next, effective types of conversational humor. First is called as the observational humor. Point out the absurdities in everyday situations that everyone can relate to. Why do we all pretend to work harder when a boss walks by? So this is kind of a question that we ask. So what is absurd? Like something strange, something different. Start using that as a humor. Second is anecdotal humor, sharing short, funny, personal stories, delivering the setup seriously, and then pause before the punchline to maximize surprise and laughter. Now, let me share one anecdotal humor with you. So once upon a time, when I was maybe Dia's age. So no, maybe younger than that. I think when I was in 12th standard. Okay, I was going to the church, and in the church we had a what you say youth club. So I was a part of the youth club. So we were all getting together, prepared for some event or something, and it became very late. It was 8 o'clock. Now, because it was so late, this guy he offered me. His name was Lazar or something. I still remember. He told me, "I'm going by bike. I'll give you a ride. I'll drop you home." Now you know, no, you have sat in the bike, no? So how to say that I have not ever sat in a bike? So I said, yeah, yeah, I know. And then I sat behind him and we came out of the church. It was at Poisar. So we came out of the church. And from the church, as I just turned, he just turned, doop, I fell. And he did not even realize that I fell. And he went straight ahead. And that time when you fall on the main road and you feel so embarrassed. So I just got up. I was wearing a pink skirt and I just, you know, dusted the this and all. I got hurt on my hands and legs and everything. But I somehow managed to get up and people came to me, "Ke, kya hua, kya hua?" I said, "Kuch nahi, I'm fine," karke, and I started walking. And I'm saying, this guy is not coming back only. Then after some time, he went to the next turning and he told me, "Viji, which side should I move?" And he's looking behind and Viji is only not there. And then he came back and I'm all angry on him. He came back and he said, "Where were you?" I said, "What? You didn't come to know? I fell down here, इतना बड़ा accident होने वाला था." He's saying, "अरे तू बैठी तो मेरे को पता ही नहीं चला तो तू उतरी तो मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा?" Because I was very thin. I used to be just 40 kg. That's it. So, and then he feels so embarrassed. I said, "अभी तेरे बाइक पे मैं बैठने वाली नहीं." So he just came with me and he dropped me home. So this is what I'm saying. Sometimes certain funny things happen, and that guy was feeling so guilty that he didn't realize that I fell down. So ऐसा भी होता है कभी-कभी life में. So you can use anecdotal humor in conversations to lighten the mood. We'll go forward. Yes. The third is unexpected answers. Respond to ordinary questions with an absurd or a surprising answer that creates comical contrast and can catch people off guard. Like, for example, I was talking to one of my friends, and he said, this guy, he is not at all credible. So I said, what? He's a very reputed person. What you're telling? So he's saying, no, he's not credible. He's incredible. So the difference in the words. Credible means having respect and having an experience which is respected. And incredible means superb. Okay. So that's how you can use humor. The fourth type is the callback humor. Reference a joke or a funny moment from earlier in the conversation to create an in joke that strengthens the group bonds. I can't come across any example here. Any of you have any example for this? Like a thread, somebody tells something, cracks a joke, and then on that joke, somebody else says, and you build up the humor. That's called as a callback humor. Yes. Next type is called as a self-deprecating humor. Now, this self-deprecating humor, you have to use with care. मतलब खुद के बारे में कुछ funny बोलना. Like you have to handle with care because you have to ensure that it does not make you feel disrespected. Okay. When it works is when you make gentle fun of your own quirks, showing humility and relatability. It signals confidence and makes you approachable. For example, I'm so organized, I color code my to do list and then lose them. Like I'm also very, very careful that I will keep everything properly in its place, but I will forget where I've kept it. So that is self deprecating humor. When to avoid? Overusing self deprecation can signal insecurity and make others uncomfortable. So, balance is the key. Don't use it every time. Otherwise, it will look like you are only worthy of being cracked jokes on. So, you have to keep a balance. Don't use too much also. That is constantly putting yourself down about appearance, intelligence, or worth. That is also to be avoided. Okay. The secret weapon is exaggeration. Start with reality, begin with a genuine observation or a minor trait. Then amplify it, overstate the quality or defect dramatically for cosmic effect, and deliver confidentiality. Commit to the exaggeration without breaking the character. For example, I'm not saying I'm lazy, but I consider walking to the fridge my cardio for the day. Or lazy people are good to have in an organization. Ask me why. Ask me why. Hello.
Why?
Why?
Because they will do the most difficult work in the shortest possible time because they're lazy. They will want to finish it first and rest. So they will do it in the shortest possible time. Next is mastering timing and delivery. A joke has to be timed in the proper way. So first you need to know your audience. Tailor your humor to the people present. Which what lands with college friends may flop in front of family dinner. Or sometimes what happens is you use strategic pauses. Effective comedy relies on timing and pause before punchlines. Remember, when you're saying something that is very important, I tell you to pause. So, in same way, in front of punchlines, pause before the punchlines and after setups. A misplaced pause can ruin the joke. Third is read non-verbal cues. A smile or a gesture signals humorous intent, especially with irony. Watch your audience reaction and adjust. Sometimes what happens, like for example, yesterday I told this joke. Everybody brings light with them. Some when they enter the room, some when they leave the room. कितने लोगों को ये समझ में आया? कल जो थे वो नहीं बोलेंगे. Everybody brings light with them. Some way when they enter the room, some when they leave the room. आपके ऑडियंस को जोक समझना भी चाहिए। अयान, समझ में आया
यस,
क्या?
ये जोक समझ में आना चाहिए।
अरे नहीं, मैंने अभी जो जोक बोला ना वो समझ में आया क्या?
नॉट, उतना नहीं समझा मैंने।
देखो, ये जोक के ऊपर जोक हो गए।
हाँ,
कृति, समझ में आया? उषा बताइए।
अ, कुछ लोग वैसे होते हैं जिनको सब वेलकम करना चाहते हैं, सो वाइल दे एंटर द रूम दे लाइट। और कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं, लोग चाहते हैं कि ये अगर चले जाए तो
तो ज्यादा
पीछे
अच्छा
का
रहेगा।
एटमॉस्फेयर अच्छा रहेगा। सो व्हेन दे लीव द लाइट।
When they leave, there is light in the room. Understood, Ayan, now?
यस,
So we have to pick the joke depending upon the audience. Okay? So we cannot, this is a hi-fi joke. So I can't have a hi-fi joke in a common, public. We'll go to the next. And finally, you have to be authentic. How can you be authentic with the joke? Saying the joke for the sake of joke is no meaningless. So be authentic, share what you genuinely find funny, and authenticity beats trying to please everyone. Now, one of the person whom I feel very funny is Arshad Varsi. So this guy, when I just see his face only, I start laughing. So there is one guy like that in one of my social circles. So whenever I see him, no, a smile definitely comes to my face. So I told about it once, and he took it in a positive light. But the second time I was about to tell somebody, I just kept quiet because I thought it would become too much. So you have to also be very careful about, how you're saying and when you're saying it. Next, types of humor to avoid. Avoid aggressive humor. हाँ, मालूम है, तू बड़ा तीर मार के आया ना. These are the kind of no, this is sarcasm. Sorry, this is sarcasm. That effective on TV, sarcasm that is saying something and mean in a nice tone often comes across as rude or contemptuous in real life. So it doesn't make you feel respected when you use sarcasm. The first, another type is aggressive humor. When you're putting down somebody, insulting or jokes, making jokes at others' expense. Like, for example, I had very curly hair, no? So people would tease me as, अरे देखो देखो देखो, इसका चिड़िया का घोंसला है, उसका बाल चिड़िया का घोंसला है. So that is to really make me feel bad. So that is aggressive humor. Next is canned jokes. Memorized knock knock jokes on, like, or two priests walk in a bar, sets up interrupt setups interrupt the flow of genuine conversations. So priests are considered to be very holy and pious. You can't talk about them walking into the bar, right? So they are canned jokes. Then offensive material, like how Usha ma'am said, like, demeaning women or criticizing women or looking at them as showpieces or item, the word item, they call. So that is all offensive material. Steer clear of topics like death, disasters, or anything potentially offensive in your setting. After reading the room, as in you have to also check whether the opposite person is ready to take the joke. Your humor development plan. So, how can you become more funny? So, the objective of today's session is to help you to add humor in your day to day social conversations. First, observe daily. Notice the absurdities in everyday life. What makes you laugh? What makes you laugh? What patterns do you see? Second, practice low risk. Test your material with close friends first. Learn what works and refine your delivery. The third is study others. Watch comedians and funny friends. What techniques do they use? How do they time their jokes? And finally, it is okay to fail. मेरा joke चला नहीं, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Embrace failure. Not every joke will land, Learn from misses and keep experimenting because humor improves with iteration. Finally, the key takeaways we will do later on. Let's see if anybody else has to say something related to humor in conversations. Do you use humor in conversations? क्या आप जब किसी से बात करते हैं तो थोड़ी मस्ती मजाक करते हो? Usha, do you do that? Or is it very rare?
It is rare, but if the talk and the conversation is like that and everybody is doing, then it's okay. Otherwise,
But
it happens rare.
rarely, right? Okay. Kriti, what about you?
Hello.
Yeah, Kriti.
Yes, we use it some many times.
In your house?
Yeah.
Next time
Not
if
in
somebody. No,
not
I'm
in
asking in the
husband.
house. No, I'm asking in the house.
With
I think you
family
should
now.
start. Yeah, I think you should start using humor in the house.
Okay.
When you start using humor, no, you lighten the situation.
Okay.
Ayan, what about you?
Uh, with my friends most of the time.
Very nice. What about you, Vedant?
Same with friends, mostly.
Oh, okay. What about you, Dia?
Very rare.
So this is a quality, that you can build. So once you build this quality, you can become very effective in social skills. Yeah. Anybody else, your take on humor? Do you think it actually works? It's a very sensitive thing, huh? But developing your funny bone is something that everybody can do. Like I remember there was this, he's no more, comedian who's, he had great observation. If you will see people who are humorous has a great observation power and they're very good at correlating things. Like this Raju Srivastav, he was talking, he was talking about wedding and he
Wedding
said,
dish,
dish,
wedding dish,
वो
how
उसके
to
अंदर
put
वो प्लेट,
everything.
एंड he saying वो बेचारा पनीर तो एकदम अंदर घुस गया, वो इधर उधर थोड़ा सा हो गया उसके ऊपर पूरा दाल का वो नदी बहने लगा. And he made it so humorous. Like, I mean, a thing like food. And it's like, the food talking to each other, each element in the plate talking to each other. It was so humorous. So humor is everywhere, but you need to look into it and check out. Yes, Usha, you were saying something? Acha, about this only. Okay. I remember there are so many comedians, like, I mean, what is his name? That dark guy. See, again, I'm saying dark guy. I should not say that. Judged.
Zakir Naik,
Zakir Khan.
Zakir Khan.
Zakir
Zakir
Khan.
Khan. Yeah. He uses comedy in a very intelligent way. Not only does he make it humorous, but also he gives a social message. I remember, I think he was saying something about his family. He uses a lot of jokes on his mom also, but it is said with great respect. So the style with which he speaks, no, I really want you to look into those comic scenes that he does. And there is a learning always. So I think he is one guy I feel is good enough. Then there is another one comedian. His name is Kenny Sebastian. He's a Malayali. So he talks about Malayalis in a different way, and it's really very very good and harmless humor. So and not only that, when you laugh out loud, now you sort of release feel good hormones, and that makes you feel good. And I think that is from where that philosophy has turned into laughter therapy. Yes, Dia.
I remember Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, that Dilip Joshi. Oh my God. is such a comedian. Like any serious topic चल रहा हो ना वो comedy डालता ही डालता है, and he makes people laugh also a lot. I
Yeah,
remember I used to watch it many times ago. Like पुराने एपिसोड देखने में बहुत मजा आता है, अभी भी आ रहा है, बट पुराने जो थे वो it was unbeatable to anyone. Like it was so fabulous that time.
correct. So I want you to think about what is your style of comedy. And those of you who don't have a style, please start developing one. Start looking at the funny incidents in life and just enjoy yourself. I remember one more thing. A lot of funny things and crazy things happened to me. I was going with my friend shopping at Linking Road. Me and my friend Leena from Pune. So she's Leena from Pune, and we are the most hilarious jodi ever. So we were walking and going, looking somewhere, and talking and going, buying clothes and all those things. And suddenly my leg falls into the open manhole. And I'm like, lying down with one leg inside, and the lid of the manhole is half onto me. So when the lid is like this, ऐसा दबा हुआ था. तो मैंने उसको क्या बोला कि ये साइड से दबा दो ताकि ये ऊपर उठ जाएगा. उसने उसका उल्टा किया. And I started screaming. She's going on pressing here only, and I'm telling her to press on the other side. So that was so hilarious. So लाइफ में ना अगर हंसने के लिए नहीं है तो आई थिंक कुछ नमक कमी है खाने में. तो जैसे नमक बहुत जरूरी है जिंदगी में, मुझे लगता है हंसी बहुत जरूरी है जिंदगी में. बिना नमक का खाना किसी को पसंद है? कितने लोगों को पसंद है बिना नमक का खाना? तो हंसी उतना ही इम्पोर्टेंट है जितना कि नमक खाने के लिए. सो आई बिलीव लाइक व्हेन यू जस्ट laugh it out, you sort of feel light, and you also lighten up the atmosphere, and that is why humor in conversations is very important. We'll go to the last part. Finally, what are the key takeaways? So here, humor is a learnable skill, and if you want to be successful, I believe that you should learn to use humor into your day-to-day conversations. Whatever you're doing, a light moment is always enjoyed by everyone. So, humor is a learnable skill. Practice timing, observation, and authentic delivery to steadily improve your conversational comedy. Focus on connection, not performance. आपकी वाहवाही होनी चाहिए ये जरूरी नहीं है, बट आप एक दूसरे से और बॉन्डेड हो जाए, दैट शुड बी द फोकस. The best humor serves the conversation and strengthens relationship. It's not about being the funniest person in the room. And finally, know what to avoid. Steer clear of aggressive, sarcastic, canned, or offensive material that can damage rapport instead of building it. Start practicing today in low stake situations and watch your social connections flourish. So that's what I wanted to share with you all today. That humor is a very wonderful talent which you can develop if you want to become a master communicator. And humor lightens up every situation. So we don't know that, when that humorous situation can really help us maybe serve somebody better. So that's what I wanted to share with you with respect to humor and how you can use that humor into your day-to-day conversations. So all set for tomorrow. We will meet at 3 p.m. All the students who are there. Yes, Usha wants to say something. So I want Usha, Diya, and Kriti, Ayan to keep using humor into your day-to-day life. मतलब एक जोक तो आपको बोलना ही पड़ेगा. Every
Yes.
day when you come to the class, you have to say at least one joke. We're going to begin the day with a joke. Yes.
If someone doesn't crack joke or it is not forte, and
Huh.
if suddenly starts, so others won't
It will
digest
be a
it.
joke for them. It will be a joke for the other person. See, you don't have to be bothered about whether others are going to like you or not. You just have to ensure that you have to add this element. मैं तो बोलूं अगर मैं किसी को दवा की पुड़िया दे सकती हूँ तो मैं तो बोलूंगी हंस लो भाई. You
अरे
don't know the benefits of laughing. मैं यहाँ बैठ के हंसना चालू कर देंगे ना सब लोग, वो कॉमेडी शो ही हो जाएगा. Sometimes I scare people with my laughter, but I'm sure others also feel it very funny. So don't think about what people will think, but it's a master skill. Like, I can laugh at anything and I laugh out loud. So many times when we go for picnic and all, the first question will be, Viji, are you coming? I say, yeah, I'm coming. Then they say, हाँ, then फिर मजा आएगा. So जब जब आपके अंदर एक ह्यूमर का एलिमेंट होता है ना, so people want you. So the likability factor definitely increases. Secondly, if you're able to crack intelligent jokes, it also speaks about your knowledge. Thirdly, if you can connect something very important through your jokes or through the humor that you're using, then that can be so beneficial to others as well as yourself. Like, for example, let me finish this session with a joke by the famous literary person, English George Bernard Shaw, and George Bernard Shaw and who it was, I forgot. George Bernard Shaw and Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe, you know? Anybody knows Marilyn Monroe? Yeah, who was she?
actress.
She was a famous actress, and a great successful actress. So she was very fascinated by the intellect of George Bernard Shaw. Now, George Bernard Shaw was not very handsome, okay? He wasn't that good looking, but she was very good looking. And one day she went to George Bernard Shaw and she told him, Sir, I'm so inspired by you. In fact, I love you so much. Just imagine if we get married, the child will have my beauty and your brains. He said, just imagine if the reverse happens. He will have my beauty and your brains. So I think that's why they did not get married. So that's what I wanted to share with you. See, it is a very intelligent joke, isn't it? You should know how to connect, whatever is the present reality in a proper manner so that you show your intelligence, plus you have an opportunity to smile. So I hope you understand everybody understands the importance of a smile, right? Smile is a crooked line that makes all things straight. Smile is a crooked line that makes everything straight. So smile and make others smile. And I would like to end this session saying that I've had a great time sharing this thing with you. And today I realized that it is very, very, very important to have your funny bone if you want to be popular, to have a funny bone if you want to be a master at communication, to have a funny bone if you want to, create social connections. And that's why adding humor to your conversations is very, very essential. If you find it awkward, I would say go ahead. It's a learnable skill. It is possible. I was not so funny before, okay? So when I had a blood transfusion during one of my operations, I just prayed in my mind, जिसका भी खून मुझे मिलेगा ना, वो एक funny person होना चाहिए. So I think after that, I have increased my fun element in life. But yes, when you laugh, you release endorphins and you make yourself feel good. You make others feel good. इतना सिंपल सस्ता टिकाऊ आपको और कोई चीज नहीं मिलेगी जो आपको बहुत सारा बेनिफिट्स देगा. Smile, laughter, joy has all the benefits and it is very easily it can be achieved. So बहुत क्या बोलते हैं, माउंट एवरेस्ट चढ़ना नहीं पड़ेगा आपको सीखने के लिए स्किल. So start using humor into your day-to-day conversations. Shubh Ratri. Have a wonderful time. I win when you win. Stay blessed. And yes, all those who are watching, please put in your comments, put in the topics that you would like me to discuss on. And I'd be very, very happy to take it up. And please put your comments whenever you watch this. Hope this was valuable to you. I had a wonderful time doing it. Stay blessed and